Hello, this is Annick Legault from the AdapTech Research Network with a short tutorial about the logistics of using smartphones in the classroom. I love students using their smartphones in class for specific activities. It prevents me from having to take my class to a computer lab, if any of them are even available, which can be time-consuming, especially in a short class of an hour and a half. The idea also stems from the fact that not all students have a laptop or tablet, but an overwhelming majority have a smartphone that would be perfect for simple activities. From previous investigations, we at AdapTech have found that student smartphones can be used in the classroom to administer short quizzes and exams to assess comprehension, use e-textbooks and library resources, access class materials such as PowerPoint slides, Google information, work in small teams on shared documents and tasks such as using Google Docs, poll students, allow for practice of concepts during review sessions, etc., in various creative ways. When used properly and in a timely manner during a lecture, the smartphone can be an efficient and clever tool to increase and improve participation for students with or without disabilities. Here's how I proceed. On the first class of the semester, I ask students to install the free apps on their smartphones that I will use with them, so we can troubleshoot together and make sure everyone is ready to start the semester with the necessary tools. Some of these apps are Moodle, an open-source learning platform or course management system. Omnivox, a platform allowing for the centralization of all the computer services available in an institution. This is an app for students in the province of Quebec in Canada. And Zoom, a video and audio conferencing platform which I use for my virtual classes. I also bring to class 1 or 2 extra smartphones that I own, usually old ones that my husband and I recently replaced. And make sure that I have the latest charging cables for smartphones. Students are busy on their smartphones throughout the day for a variety of reasons, so I make sure that a depleted battery is not an acceptable answer for not participating. For the second class of the semester, I proceed with quick and easy activities, simply to try and play with the apps and ensure that everybody can follow and no one is left behind. The 2010 lecture model. The rest of the semester, I lecture on content for about 20 minutes and follow up with a 10-minute smartphone activity, such as a quick practice as a whole class on a concept I just taught, a short quiz based on the class note they just took to allow them to complete them if needed, a poll to get to know who we are as a class or to gauge my students' understanding of the material, or to have students work in small groups on shared collaborative documents and tasks. Encountering technical difficulties during an activity? Remember that a failure is just a learning opportunity to do better next time. So don't panic. Have paper pencil activities ready. Slide into a whole class or small group discussion, or move on with the next lecture segment. Check later for what went wrong, and make the failed activity into homework to be completed from home, or turn it into next class review activity. Finally, given the COVID-19 pandemic, the use of smartphones during class time is great for allowing social distancing while working on collaborative documents and tasks. Smartphones are also great to use in virtual classroom, especially when polling students on their knowledge before starting a lecture, checking their understanding after a segment, and having all students comment and question while lecturing. So that's it for this tutorial on the logistics of using smartphones in your classes, may they be physical or virtual. Don't be afraid to try something new. Using smartphones in a classroom has so many advantages, and it's not rocket science after all. This project was funded by Entente Canada Québec. Adaptec Research Network team for this project: Annick Legault, Mary Jorgensen, Laura King, Alex Lucier, Christine Vaux, and Alice Havel.